going on, guys? Scott here for the NerdSync Sidekick channel, where we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. And this one is not as fun as the other videos. It's about an update to the NerdSync channel. So if you guys have been following us for a while, you may have known that NerdSync isn't just me. It's a bunch of people. I think it's about 11 people in total, depending on how you count it. And the problem is YouTube, as I'm sure you've been hearing, has changed their algorithm significantly. So this favors things like high engagement videos. So people begging for likes and comments, people doing giveaways just to get, higher ranking on the YouTube algorithm. And that's not really the route that I want to take. I mean, obviously it would be amazing if you guys liked and commented and shared every video that we did, but I'm not going to ask you to. I'm not going to beg you to. But so that's kind of where we're at. And also, because of this change, we've been seeing a huge dip in our views and subscribers, and because of that, revenue, the money that we make from our videos. So much so, it's been so dramatic, so quickly, that I basically had to kind of disband the NerdSync team because I can't really afford to pay the people I was paying. So Dylan, for example, who edits the videos, is no longer editing videos because I can't afford to pay him. So that's all back on me. DK as well. All the other shows that we've been doing, like your Comic-Conas, Super Suits, Alter Egos, all of those have effectively stopped because I can't pay those people to make those videos anymore. So, what this means moving forward for NerdSync is that it's basically gonna be me, for the most part, doing everything again like I used to do. Writing and editing and all that stuff. And how that will practically affect you is because I have to not only write but also edit videos. That's going to mean probably, unfortunately, which goes against the YouTube algorithm still, that probably means shorter videos because I can't afford the time to both write and edit them if they're longer. It means probably less production quality in the editing because I can't afford the time necessary to put into it. Not that this is gonna sound super douchey, but not that I can't do the things that our editors were doing. Editing is where I got my start. But it's more so in addition to having to write and also work on, everything else that I have to work on, it's just the production value might drop a tad to something that's a bit more manageable for me. So keep that in mind moving forward. Probably not a whole lot of fantastically amazing animations. So we'll see how that goes moving forward. To give you an example of what I'm talking about. So a lot of times I do help out with the editing in small ways. Take a look at the Doctor Strange video we did, where at the very beginning I did the this thing and a portal opened up. And zoomed in and did all that stuff. Yeah, so that was only possible because I wasn't doing the rest of the editing. I edited that part, that one 5-second part, and it took me days, I think 2 days to do. Sorry, my computer's acting up. It took me 2 days to do, and that would not have been possible. It's such a small little thing, but it wouldn't have been possible if I also had to be responsible for the rest of the editing of the episode and other things as well. A lot of the editing for the big heavy animation stuff is a tag team effort in a lot of cases. And now that tag team has disbanded and it's just me. So I just wanted to say that, moving forward, if you see the quality drop in videos, that's why. Hopefully the quality of the content itself won't drop. But yeah, things might get shorter. I was looking forward to doing a lot more video essays. I don't think we're going to be able to do video essays simply because those take a ton of time. So yeah. If you are a NerdSync patron, thank you for supporting us every month. You are a big part of the reason why I'm even able to continue going with just making videos even by myself. I mean, this is really important, guys, and this is not. I mean, this is essentially me begging for money. But like, if there's a person on the internet, if there's a creator that you really enjoy, it's important to support them. And I'm not just talking about me and NerdSync. I'm talking about anybody else, right? If there's another YouTube channel that you love, say like you only watch NerdSync because you don't like it's just on in the back. You don't really care about us or anything. That's fine. But if like say you're super into, I don't know, Mr. Sunday, for example, he's got a Patreon, go support him, right? It's all about finding the way that people make money on the internet is increasingly, advertisers are paying less. So the people who are consuming the content, you guys, myself included, if you have the desire and ability, I think it's important to support the creators for reasons exactly like this. So that in mind, this has been a sad update to NerdSync stuff, but I felt like I wanted to say that. Speaking of, I'm going to be trying to, because the NerdSync is going to be basically just me again on the channel, I'm both nervous and stressed out and also kind of excited, mostly nervous and stressed out. Mostly just stressed out because of all the work I have to do. But I'm also excited because it means that I get to try new things and not worry about, if it fails, then somebody else's livelihood is in my hands and I made a terrible decision. So when I was paying Dylan to edit, right, if something were to happen, if I were to experiment with a type of content that just didn't work, and we didn't make enough money to, make up for that, then I'd be like, oh, hey, Dylan, by the way, you can't pay rent this month because it just wasn't working. Whereas now that it's just me, I can take those risks, and the only person who is at risk is myself. So that makes it less worrisome. So, I mean, it's still risky, but, at least I'm not wagering other people's living conditions, Anyway, that's all I have to say, I think. A quick thing about sponsors, because I know a lot of people are going to bring up sponsorships in the comments, like, well, why don't you just get more sponsors if you're having money troubles? So a couple things about that really quickly. We've been trying to get more sponsors. Normally, our network helps us get sponsors. We're having a bit of a falling out with our network currently. Not going to go into a lot of details because I'm not entirely sure what all I'm allowed to legally say. But we're making a transition away from them and onto a new group of people who will hopefully help us out. But in the meantime, we're trying to get our own sponsorships. And people have been approaching us and saying, like, there's no shortage of people who want to, sponsor a video. The problem is, number one, I'm very picky. I don't want to promote something that I don't actually believe in and that I don't think could help you guys. Number two, a lot of people might be lowballing us. And it's one of those things where in one side of my mind is like, look, you need the money, just take the deal. Whereas on the other side, I'm like, these people clearly don't value what you're doing to the extent that they should be, So I'm trying to balance that out as well. I'm not very good with business things, so this is brand new territory for me. Trying to negotiate brand deals. Because again, normally in the past we would have somebody else do that on our behalf, but because they're not really working with us at the moment, I'm trying to do it myself, and it's very stressful. It's another thing that I'm trying to tackle myself. Yeah. So, moving forward on the channel, on the NerdSync channel, just, I guess, be patient with us, and be a little, if you can, a little forgiving of maybe the quality or the schedule, because it's basically back to a one-man band for now. Hopefully someday we can make more and afford to get the editors and the whole NerdSync crew back together and actually pay them what they deserve. That's going to depend on future sponsorships, how well our Patreon does. I don't think we're going to be able to rely on YouTube AdSense for the foreseeable future. Not that we should have been doing that in the first place. So that's really all I have to say now. We will still be uploading more stuff to this channel. Like, this channel is kind of the more personal one anyway, the Sidekick channel. So I know a lot of people are like, well, why don't you put this on your vlog? Well, because I want to, talk about NerdSync stuff on a NerdSync channel. I can talk about personal stuff on my personal channel. I like to compartmentalize. I can't even pronounce that word. I like to compartmentalize things. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to end this now, and I will see you guys in another video, which we have another video out today. I'll link that somewhere. Go watch it. It's good. All right. And like and comment, because I have to ask for that now. Thanks for the liking and the commenting down below. Thanks. All right, bye.